think that's like my top 5. Guys, emo music, lifting heavy. The reason why I listen to emo music when I'm lifting weights is because you need to understand something really important. One, I grew up with hip hop and R&B because of my environment, who I grew up with. But there's so much more to music. That song right there, I found that song maybe like a few months ago, a year ago. Before that, it was a whole bunch of different emo music. And I'm saying emo music because people don't understand the different categories of this stuff. Like there's rock, alternative rock, grunge, heavy metal, metal, new metal. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm just gonna say emo for the fucking algorithm, nigga. Come on. I'm gonna just say for the algorithm. Every different genre that you listen to will speak to you in a different way. It'll get you pumped up. It'll make you sad. Some will make you really fucking angry. And it's important to utilize these, especially when you're going to the gym, because when you're weird, you have energy that other people do not have. They're not capable of acquiring what we have. Therefore, it's important to learn how to channel every different frequency of your energy into places that will actually serve you right. If I'm feeling sad one day because I feel lonely, or someone betrayed me, or I just feel let down, if I listen to a certain song, it will tap into that emotion that I'm feeling. It may suppress it, or it may amplify it. But in some cases, when you find the right song, the right hertz, the right frequency that aligns with you, it doesn't suppress or amplify what you're feeling. It walks up to your emotion and it accepts it for what it actually is. Now, when I do this during lifting, not only does it make me stronger, but it gives me permission to feel what I'm feeling. Just because you're angry doesn't mean that you take it out on other people. Just because you're angry doesn't mean that you hold it in and try to forget what you're feeling as well. Same for your sadness. Same for your fear. Music is a gift. It can be used or abused. And when it comes to the weird people like us, it's important to be able to acknowledge what's going on in our body, what's going on in our mind, and what song will actually help us. Because something that I used to do when I was younger and that I noticed other people were doing was, whenever they were sad or angry, they would listen to music that validated and enabled what they were feeling, to the point where they would find themselves in a loop. They weren't able to move on because the music was feeding off of their emotion, and it was creating more of that negative energy. Okay? Now, that's not to say being sad or angry is a negative emotion. Emotions are emotions, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I'm not going to label it as good or bad because at the end of the day, it's how you feel. You can channel those things into things that serve you. But when you're not aware of what the music is doing to you, when you're not aware of what you're listening to and why you're listening to it, it's very easy for the music to manipulate you and keep you stuck. We don't want to be stuck. If you're weird and you get stuck, it throws you in a very odd state of being that doesn't serve you or other people. You don't want to be stuck when you're weird. When you're weird and you have colors to express to the world that others aren't usually comfortable with perceiving, it's important that you utilize your energy in a way that keeps you in a state of growth, entropy. Because as you grow as an individual, your threshold of accepting and expressing your weirdness expands as well. That way you're able to challenge yourself, create new things, as well as do the same for the people around you. I truly believe that us weird people have been planted here so that we can challenge what's normal, create new things, and see where the world takes us. We're not here to be controlled. Why would a weird person want to be controlled? In a sense, that's just you wearing a mask. Being weird and wearing a mask do not go hand in hand. Those are essentially polar opposites if you think about it. So if you consider yourself weird, or if you've ever been called a weird before, you need to ask yourself, am I wearing a mask? Am I really being my true self? If not, why am I not showing my true colors to the world? What am I afraid of? Because a lot of repression, suppression, comes from fear. I'm gonna find a good song for you guys. For the people who feel the fear. For the people who feel the fear. Ooh, what's a good one? What's a good one? Ooh. I like Korea by Deftones. That's a good one. And then I'll give you another one. What You Deserve by No Resolve. That's a classic. That's a classic. I remember hitting PRs with that song. Nah. Y'all have no idea. Yo, if you're weird, look. If you wanna, I'm not even gonna say weird right now. If you wanna challenge your music taste, listen to Alice in Chains. That's a nice classic. I remember Nirvana was actually the first band that I listened to. This was like, this was either my senior year or my junior year of high school. Once I listened to Nirvana and then Deftones, that's when my whole perspective of music completely changed, because I was stuck in the loop of hip hop and R&B. I felt like I wasn't able to expand out of that. And then I started hearing new sounds, and it made me feel different ways. And there's so many different ways that you can feel that you just haven't tapped into and experienced yet. It's fucking beautiful. It really is. Now, some people may say, oh, you're a poser, typical mainstream Nirvana, this and that. Because it's really popular. Nirvana and Deftones is a really popular band, but That's what introduced me to all these other underground bands. You gotta start somewhere, bro. So, In Bloom by Nirvana. That's a good one as well. In Bloom and Paper Cuts. That's some classics right there. That set you free. That should set you free. It'll open your mind. You'll be like, You might have to listen to it a few times. There's some songs from these genres that I didn't like at first, but I had to give it a second listen, a third listen to really like it. And sometimes I would have to come across it again after months or years just to be like, whoa, I remember I used to not like this song. It sounds nice now. It sounds appealing. It sounds kind of weird. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you develop your taste in weirdness, but you have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded, you have to be patient, and you have to be willing to experience the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's how you really show your true colors and show people how weird you really are. It's not easy. Nothing in this world is free. Some people have to fight to be weird. But it's worth it. It's fucking worth it, bro.